the top of the table over in League One with Moneybags, Birmingham City and Hollywood FC joining them in hot pursuit. The biggest movers this past weekend were Wycombe Wanderers. They're up to third and they could take over second spot this weekend. Will it happen? We'll talk all about it next. That's right, folks, what's going on in a prediction video today is all about match day number 14. That's right, in League One, and we'll get to that in a second. If you knew where you've been, smash your subscribe and your one-stop shop for League One, Blackpool Rovers, World Football. We're going to all hear under one Rooski. That's right, Birmingham do their thing to keep on bloody winning. They've got a 4-point gap of the nearest and dearest. That is, of course, Deadpool FC. That's right. Hot on pursuit, though, is Wycombe, and they can actually leapfrog them this weekend with a W. As could Mansfield, and of course Huddersfield are right back in the thick of things once again, sitting in fifth. We'll take a look at all of that and more in a second. Big shout out to the VIPs. They are the patrons, of course, and you know who you are. And a big shout out to the members. You know who you are. And we've got some new ones. We're up to 10, maybe even 12 members right now. Absolutely fantabby-dozy, of course. So big shout outs to you guys. I'll do verbal shout outs the next time you see me, which might be the FA Cup video, or might be the League One video, or might be something else. But anyway, we'll get into all that another time. But we're going to turn the clock back to this past midweek, and then, of course, roll on to this weekend's games. Alrighty then, folks, let's turn the clock back to this past Tuesday, and there were some Bobby-dazzling games on the record here. So let's take a look at them, including Barnsley's 2-2 thrill against Charlton Athletic. That's right, called it, lads, in some way, shape or form. Meanwhile, Birmingham did beat Bolton, called that as well. 2-0 winners was the final score, 3-1 winners in my eyes. Bristol Rovers did beat Shrewsbury, just the 1-0, got that one bang on as well. Wycombe beating Burton, also called that one as well. Crawley, though, did cause a major shock, beating Leyton, as did Reading, with Exeter to I'll shake up in the old playoffs. The Orient, though, picking up a 1-win over Rotherham. People are putting five past Blackpool. Cambridge with a shocking win over Stevenage. Who'd have thought of that one? Stockport with a 1-1 draw against Northampton Town. Wigan losing to Mansfield. And Wrexham only drawing with Huddersfield. So a good top end of my picks there, but ultimately at the bottom, pretty poopy. Of course, down, of course, into the table, we see Birmingham running away with it, of course, as expected. Wrexham are in hot pursuit, though. And of course, we'll be there if they slip up. Wycombe, of course, changing on them under Matt Bloomfield there, with Mansfield, Huddersfield, and Exeter in the playoffs as of right now. Blackpool have drifted all the way down to 16th. Burton, Cambridge, Shrewsbury, and Crawley in the drop zone, but it can all change this weekend with some movers and shakers going on, but we'll take a look at that in a minute. This is the link for the Prediction League, and again, we're still out and about. We've just gone off the marge, and it's a weekend of hell, so we're back, of course, this weekend, and of course, we'll be back for the FA Cup back in Georgia to do all that and bring you bang up to date with these when we come back around next. Anyway, let's kick on forward to those next round of games, which are coming at you right here, right now. Let's all start at the top of the shop there with Mansfield up against Birmingham in Mansfield. Wow. Of course, Nigel Clough's Mansfield, of course, just one defeat in the last 6. They're on 83% form for them right now, sitting in 4th with 23 points. So up against Birmingham, just one defeat in the last 6 in all competitions and all venues. They sit top with 28 points as well. They never played each other. According to my data, never ever played each other. So this is a first. Of course, Mansfield back to winning ways with a 2-1 win over Wigan. Good win for them. Birmingham with a big 2-0 win over Bolton. Massive win for them, considering Bolton's ambitions for this league. We don't have any odds, and again, they haven't played against each other, but what I can say, Birmingham have a winning streak of 3 matches. Lee Gregory, top goal scorer for Mansfield, scoring 6 compared to Alfie May's 5. Coming at you into this one. The bookies, they go Birmingham here, 4-3 on, 50-4 is your Mansfield, 30-5 is the draw. Of course, the league table first, up against 4th, I think it is. Which way have I gone? I can't really remember. So it's going to go 2-1 win. Birmingham going to take it. Yes, I grit my teeth. They're going to take this one, 2-1 win, to keep themselves in top spot and probably even extend their lead over the chasing pack. Next up, we go to the Matchday. It is a Reading. It's Bristol Rovers coming at you this coming Saturday. Of course, played 5 times since 2011. 3 wins for Reading, 1 win for Bristol Rovers. There's been 1 draw between the two sides. Ruben Salas' boys are doing good, sitting in 7th with 19 points. They're winning 4 of the last 5 matches. Bristol Rovers, though, picking up 3 wins and 3 defeats in the last 6. They're on 50% form, of course. Now, they last played over at the Matchday. It was a 1-1 draw back in November 2023. That was in League One. Reading on the back of a 2-1 win over Exeter. Big win that was. Bristol Rovers with a big 1-0 win over the Shrews, of course, as they are down into 15th with just 16 points to their name. The bookies right here, right now, running 4-3 on. They look good right now. 7-2 is the draw. 7-2 is the away win. 27-10 is the draw. I think Reading look good at home. 2-1 winners. They're going to be tough to beat over there. Of course, I think that the good home form will continue here. 2-1 winners over Bristol Rovers. Next up, we have a bit of a meaty encounter over at Bolton as they host Peterborough this coming weekend. Played 12 times since 1993. 6 wins for Bolton, 3 wins for Peterborough, and 3 draws between the two sides. 58% form for Bolton right now. Just 1 win in the last 4 matches. You never hitting a rough patch right now. They sit 14th with 17 points to the name up against the Posh, who are also down into 12th with 18 points to the name. Just 1 defeat, though, in their last 5 matches. Now, the last time they played, it was a 3-3 thriller over at Peterborough back in April 2024. The last time they played at Bolton, it was a 1-1 draw way back in September 2023. Bolton, though, are unbeaten against Peterborough over the last 4, picking up a couple of wins and a couple of draws. They've only lost once against them over the last 6. And they're coming into this on the back of a defeat, losing to Birmingham this past week. Meanwhile, Blackpool were the opponents for Peterborough, and they put 5 past them, so they found their shooting boots. The odds right here right now, Bolton 11-8 on for the victory. 7-2 though is your high score in Peterborough, and 3-1 is the draw. Could be a draw, but could be also be a 2-0 win for Bolton. That's right, backing the boys at home. When I say the boys, I mean Bolton. 2-0 winners over Peterborough to get themselves right back in the thick of things for a race for at least the playoff. Next up, it is a resurgent Cambridge. When I say resurgent, it's been back-to-back bloody wins for them. They are sitting in 23rd right now, 7 points to the name. 33% form for them right now. Gary Monk's boys, has he turned it around? Well, if they're going to be playing anybody this weekend, it is the right team, and it's Crawley, who haven't won the last 6 matches with Mark Robinson at the helm. 24th in the table, 4 points to the name. And of course, Cambridge could get into double figures for the first time, of course, with 10 points if they were to be victorious. Now, they played 19 times since 2005, 7 wins apiece, 5 draws between the two sides, including the last time they played at Cambridge, which was a 0-0 draw back in January 2024. Cambridge on the back of successive clean sheets as well, 2-0 wins over Wigan and Stevenage. Burton, though, losing to the likes of Bolton and Wycombe, who are, of course, trying to compete for the big time. The odds right here, right now, we've got Cambridge 11-10 on. They are, of course, now the favoured for this game. 29-10 is your away win. 5-2 is the draw. I think I am. I'm going for a draw, unfortunately. I don't know what I'm doing. I think I realistically should have that as a 2-1 win for Cambridge. I'm not going to change it. I did it. I predicted it early. I'm going to stick with my 1-1, but realistically, I think it's going to be a 2-1 win for Cambridge. Don't tell anybody else, but I think it's going to be a 2-1 win. Next up, we go to the Valley. It's not Wales, it's Charlton, that's right, as Nathan Jones of Wales takes on Wrexham of Wales, that's right. Of course, Charlton, of course, 33% form for them right now, sitting in 11th with 18 points to them, up against high-flying Wrexham, who are in 2nd, and Phil Parkinson, and of course, just 1 defeat in the last 6. These two sides never played each other, according to my eyes. So this will be a first in recent times. Anyway, Charlton on the back of that 2-2 draw against Barnsley. That's been successive draws for them, unbeaten in the last 3 now. Of course, with that win over Birmingham as well. Meanwhile, Wrexham on the back of a 0-0 draw against Huddersfield. It's been back-to-back clean sheets. So there's 3 clean sheets on a row for Wrexham in all competitions and venues. 29-20 is your Charlton, 50-8 is your Wrexham, 23-10 is the draw. This is a toughie. This was a toughie, but I think I'm leaning towards a Charlton victory here. Clean sheet, 1-0 win. Nathan Jones's boys do it again against the big boys. 1-0 win, 3 points in the bag. Another ding-dong classic coming at you over at Huddersfield, though. They're taking on high-flying Exeter City. Played 6 times since 2009. 4 wins for Huddersfield, 2 for Exeter. There's been 0 draws. Huddersfield under Michael Duff sit 5th with 19 points. Up against 6th place Exeter under Gary Caldwell. 75% form for them right now, just 1 defeat in the last 6. And that 1 defeat was the last match. We'll talk about that in a minute. The last time out these two sides played at Huddersfield was way back in February 2012, long time ago in League One. Huddersfield winning 3 on the bounce against them with back-to-back clean sheets. Huddersfield on the back of that 0-0 draw against Wrexham. Exeter picking up a 2-1 loss to Reading, of course, which stumped their movement up the table. The odds right here right now, Huddersfield 20-13 on. 4-1 is your Exeter, 29-10 the draw. Going to go with a 2-1 win for Huddersfield, getting the momentum going. Of course, Exeter suffered another defeat, which of course will derail their own playoff ambitions right now. But Huddersfield are back where they should be. That's in the playoffs, with eyes for more as the season progresses. Next up, another tasty one. Wow, what a weekend of action. It's some heavyweight crunch clashes to get some playoff favourites, of course. And these guys are in the discussion. Of course, Lincoln and Michael Skabula, back-to-back defeats, though, drifted all the way down to 10th right now. 18 points on it. Up against Stockport, who are 9th. 18 points to the name, just one defeat in the last 6, unbeaten in the last 5, drawing 4 of that last 5, of course. But these two sides have played 14 times since 2003. 4 wins for Lincoln, 5 wins for Stockport. It's been 5 draws between the two sides, with the most recent match at Sincilbank being a 3-3 draw back in October 2012. Now, I believe that might have been the National League. Correct me if I'm wrong. Lincoln on the back of that 3-0 loss to Crawley. What went wrong there? And Stockport with a 1-1 draw against Northampton. Not really the best result either. And, of course, on the back of 3 successive draws. Not great. The bookies for this one, as we look forward to it, as I am, of course, Lincoln 31-20 for the victory, 13-8 is your Stockport, 23-10 is the draw. I think I'm leaning towards a draw here. Or maybe not. 2-0 winners. Lincoln taking all 3 points. I made these picks before the barge. But yeah, going to go with Lincoln. Bounce back ability against Stockport County. It's a good win that would be for Lincoln to move up the chain. Next up is Northampton Town up against Crawley Town. Coming at you over at Sixfields. Northampton with John Brady at the helm. Unbeaten in the last 3 matches. They sit 19th right now. 12 points for the campaign. 42% form for them right now against Crawley and Robert Elliott. Just 1 win in the last 6. They're up to 21st with 10 points to the name. Now, these two sides have played 12 times. 5 wins for Northampton, 4 for Crawley. There's been 3 draws. But most recently, at the Sixfields, it was a 1-0 win for Northampton back in March 2023 in League 2. That's right. Northampton on the back of that draw against Stockport. Crawley picking up that big, massive win of a Lincoln. 3-0 winners the last time. The bookies here, 23-20 is your Northampton, 23-10 your Crawley, 12-5 is draws. Sounds like the bookies don't know what they're doing, as do I, sitting on the fence, 1-1 in the end. Up to Yorkshire, we go, Rotherham, up against Stevenage. That's right, coming out to this Saturday. Steve Evans' boys without a win now in the last 3 matches. They sit 17th, 14 points to the name. Up against Stevenage and Alex Ravel, just 1 win in 4. They're sitting 13th with 17 points to the name. Now, they have played 5 times, these two sides, against each other. 2010, of course, 3 wins for Rotherham, 1 win for Stevenage, 1 draw between the two sides. The most recent match at this very venue being a 2-1 win for Rotherham way back in February 2014 in League 1. Rotherham losing to Orient and Wrexham in quick succession. In fact, the last win was in the Football League Trophy against the Geordies back in October the 8th. Meanwhile, Stevenage on the back of that loss to Cambridge, possibly surprise loss to Cambridge heading into this one. The odds right here, right now, we have Rotherham 21-20 for the victory, 12-5 the draw, 27-10 is your away win. Looking like I'm going to go with the Rotherham win here, just the 1-0, nothing fancy, just over the line, 3 points in the bag, get back to winning ways, get back on track for probably it looks like playoffs really is the best hope for Rotherham this season. Up to Shrewsbury we go, up against Barnsley, that's right, with Paul Hurst boys, 25% form for them right now, just 1 win in 6. They're, of course, 22nd in the table, 8 points to them. Up against Barnsley under Darrell Clark, 1 win in 6 also. But they've got a couple of draws knocking around in that last 6. They played 8 times in 2015, 2 for Shrew, 5 for Barnsley, 1 draw as well. Barnsley all the way up to 8th with 19 points, with the most recent match at Shrewsbury being one of those, that one and only draw. It was a 1-1 draw back in February 2024 in League 1. Shrewsbury on the back of that 1-0 loss to Bristol Rovers. It's been back-to-back games now without a goal. Barnsley coming into on the back of a 2-2 thriller against Charlton this past midweek. The odds right here, right now, Shrewsbury 11-4 for the victory, 5-2 is the draw. 2019 on is your Barnsley. And they should win this one as well. 2-1 winners against the Shrews on the road, getting back into the playoff contention. One team already in playoff contention is Wycombe. They're high-flying all the way into 3rd in the table. They are 75% form for them right now, winning 3 on the bounce, unbeaten in the last 5 up against Leyton Orient under Richie Wellens, who are down to 20th, and they're in trouble. 11 points to the name. 2 wins, though, in the last 3 matches, not too shabby in recent form. Played 14 times since 2004, 8 wins for Wycombe, 4 wins for Leyton Orient. There's been 2 draws between the two sides. Most recently at Wycombe, it was a 3-2 win for the Wanderers way back in August 2023. That was the last time around. In fact, Wycombe are unbeaten against Leyton over the last 4, winning 3 and drawing the 1, which was the most recent match at Brisbane Road. Wycombe on the back of a 3-2 win over Burton most recently. That was this midweek. Orient picking up a 1-0 win, good win over Rotherham. The odds right here right now, Wycombe are 11-10 on for the victory, with 7-2 is your Orient, 11-5 is the draw. Wycombe Wanderers looking good, and again, not too fancy, just the 1-0 win, getting over the line, and maybe even into top 2, considering I've got Wrexham losing. And finally, we head into Monday night. It is a bit of a Lancashire Cronks clash about Blackpool. It is Steve Bruce, Blackpool, 3 defeats on the spin, up against Wigan. Sean Malloy with 2 defeats on the spin. This will be the 24th time they have played since 2002. The previous 23, though, 10 wins for Blackpool, 12 wins for Wigan. Just 1 draw between these 2 sides, with Wigan in 18th, 13 points to the name, up against Blackpool in 16th, 15 points to the name. The last time they played at Bloomfield Road was a 2-1 win for Blackpool back in September 2023 in League One. Blackpool on the back of that 5-1 stuff into to Peterborough. Mansfield beating Wigan this past midweek as well. The odds right here right now, Blackpool 4-3 on for the victory, 15-4 is the away win. 5-2 is the draw here. Monday night, under the lights, Blackpool, Wigan, they need a response to Blackpool. I think they'll just about get it. 2-1 winners in the end over at Bloomfield Road under the cameras. That's right, that's my picks. Don't forget to get your own picks in using the link with the Prediction League, of course. Next time we have the League One prediction show, I'll be back in Georgia, so hopefully you'll have an update on that. And then don't forget to subscribe, smash the like, of course. Look at the info down below if you want to become a Patreon, a member, support the channel behind the scenes before we hit the big time, of course, with the Content Awards in November. But until then, I'm out of here.